Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I am hopping on to talk about growing your branding photography business. I've had a lot of questions come over through DMs, through the Facebook community, through email over the last couple weeks, and I wanted to just empower you and inspire you to be growing your business this year. The main question, it's like I'm getting a lot of different variations of the same question. So the main question I'm getting from photographers right now, they're looking at where we are in the year, 5 to 6 months left in the year, and they're like, how can I really just propel my business to the next level? This is coming from photographers who are maybe booking 1 to 2 clients a month, trying to get to, 5 clients a month. And it's also coming from photographers booking 5+ clients a month, trying to get 10+ clients. Let's talk about 3 essential keys, essential drivers in your business to propel your branding photography business to the next level. And take some notes. If you've got a Google Doc or a notebook or something in your phone, take some notes, because I want you to write down these 3 things and be taking notes on each one of what you might be lacking right now and what you can really be improving. So the first thing is brand visibility. Write that down. Number 1 is brand visibility. Are you out there? Are you visible in your local market, the market you're trying to reach? Are you putting yourself out there on a consistent basis? What does your brand visibility look like? Do people, do your ideal clients in your market know that you are the go-to branding photographer in your market? So be thinking about how you can be boosting your brand visibility. How can you be attracting those clients like magnets? Like they are ready to work with you. They see you as the authority, as the expert. How are you creating buzz around your brand? How are you sharing about your client experience, showcasing your clients and how they're using the photos? Do you have any sort of consistent content strategy? That's my main question when it comes to brand visibility, because it's great to say, oh yeah, like I get visible, I put myself out there, but the way to consistently get visible and put yourself out there is to have some sort of plan or strategy, consistent content strategy, because the way to boost your visibility is getting yourself out there with content, with being in the right circles, talking to the right people across various platforms, and keeping your audience very engaged and excited about your brand. So that is my first question to you: is, are you boosting your brand visibility? Is that a really big important part of your marketing? Do you have a marketing plan for the rest of the year? I want you to be thinking about the next 3 to 6 months. As I'm going through these 3 things, think about the next 3 to 6 months in your business. Can you focus on these 3 things? Keep super laser focused on these 3 things. The first one is brand visibility. So be thinking about where you want to be visible. Where is your audience? Are they on Instagram? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they at local events for entrepreneurs in your market? Are they in a specific Facebook community that might be local to you? Maybe you are trying to travel more this year. Are you visible in different markets? Are you visible online? Are you going to those markets? Let's say you want to travel to a couple cities over because you think your ideal clients are in maybe like a major city next to you. When's the last time you've been there? Are you visible there? Are you going? Are you shaking hands? Are you meeting people there? And are you capturing content of you in that location to share on social media and email, on your blog, all of that? Are you being visible in that market? Are you being visible to a different clientele? Maybe you're trying to break the pricing structure that you're paying now, and maybe you want to double your prices. Are you getting visible to the people who are 6-7 figure entrepreneurs who understand the value of personal branding and want this? Are you getting in front of those people? So as you're thinking about the next 3 to 6 months, I want you to really focus on boosting your brand visibility. And yes, you can boost it once by speaking on someone's podcast, or doing an Instagram live interview with someone, or talking to people for a day, or going to a retreat. But how can you consistently be boosting your brand visibility and putting yourself out there so that the right people who you want to work with, who you know that you can help, who will look at your package and just say, oh, this is exactly what I need. How are you getting in front of those people? Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, over the next 3 to 6 months, what I want you to look into in your business is your client acquisition. How are you acquiring clients? And I will go through quarterly and actually document and track these these types of things in my business. Where are most of my inquiries coming from? Where are most of my bookings coming from? What platform are they coming from? What area in my market or outside of my market are they coming from? Take the time and look at your past 3 to 6 months. And if you've never done it before, look at the past 12 to 18 months. Look in your inbox. Make a spreadsheet if you have to. Make a spreadsheet. And these are, write down the people who inquired, write down the people who ghosted you, write down the people who booked you, and really look at where your inquiries are coming from. You might be surprised. If you've never looked at where they're coming from, you might be surprised. You might see that a lot of them are coming from Google SEO. You might see that none of them are coming from Google and SEO, but you think you have an amazing website. That might be a shock to you. You might have rebranded, have this gorgeous new website, and you're looking at the last 12 months and you're like, no one has come from an internet search. And that means that there's room for improvement. That means that you can be laser focused on creating SEO, search engine optimized content, SEO rich content on your blog, through Pinterest. You might realize that a lot of your inquiries come through maybe a specific referral or maybe a networking event. And really think about, how can I go deep with those? One, how can I go deep with those platforms and systems that are getting me the most referrals? You might be wasting a lot of time on maybe one platform that isn't bringing you anything, and you're getting clients from other ways, and you might be neglecting those. So really take the time to look at the past 3 to 6 to 12 months and see where your clients are currently coming from and where there's room for improvement to dive into that more. Also be thinking about effective lead generation techniques in your business that will build that consistent clientele. So, what are you putting out there to capture leads? What are you putting out there to get people into your DMs or get people into your email platform? So, for example, I highly recommend having some sort of email platform. Flowdesk is cheap. I think it's like 19 something dollars a month. It might still be that. Creating some sort of opt-in where you're, if your website says, put your information here in my email, and I'll email you some info, it's not laser focused enough. What exactly are you giving this ideal audience member to get their email address to you? Creating some sort of opt-in, whether it's a checklist, an inspiration guide, an e-guide, an ebook, something, maybe even a video, maybe some behind the scenes video. It doesn't have to even be a PDF. It can be a video. It can be an audio training or something. How are you getting entrepreneurs that are wanting to work with you? How are you getting them into your email list? Because I'm telling you, once they get into your email list, you can also market and promote your services there. You don't have to fight with the Instagram algorithm and all that stuff. It's just basically, are they going to open your email or not? So be thinking about, how are you getting leads right now? Do you have an opt-in? Do you have a consistent schedule where you are inviting people to book a call, to DM you, to get more information, to ask you a question? Maybe it's as simple as doing an Instagram live Q&A, answering some questions about brand photography, and at the end inviting people to maybe download an opt-in or send you a DM for more info on working with you. How are you getting leads into your business? How are you getting conversations? And not only leads, but conversations. Like, how are you getting people to chat with you? Are your DMs on fire? That's my question. Are your DMs on fire? Yes or no? Are your DMs on fire with potential clients? And this doesn't have to be people just saying, oh my gosh, I want to work with you. Are you just having conversations with people you'd love to work with in the future? Conversations are everything. Everything. How do you create conversations? You have to be creating content. You have to be creating something for people to respond to. We're talking about client acquisition here. Conversation. Create ways to have conversations in the comments, in the DMs. So in your Instagram post, are you inviting people to answer a question, to comment something, to DM you? Have conversations. You should have, I swear, I'm looking at my visual marketing plan here. And you guys can create like a marketing plan in your Google Doc and Canva, whatever. We just talked about brand visibility. We're on client acquisition now. What are you doing to get people into your DMs, into your emails, into your world? Create conversations. How many people can you connect with a day? Just make a goal for yourself. You say, I'm gonna create conversations with 5 ideal clients, let's say every week. I would say every day because that's how ambitious I am. But if this is new to you, I'm going to create new conversations with ideal clients in my market, 5 clients a week. It's as simple as that. Monday, you reach out to one person, you're commenting on their DMs, you're in their stories, you're connecting maybe with them in a Facebook group, maybe you hop on their email list. Great. Spend 15 to 30 minutes connecting with them there. Don't just ghost them after that. Continue. I'm talking about 5 new clients this week. Continue. So maybe today is Tuesday. So I'm reaching out to them today, Tuesday, and then Wednesday they make another post, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Just being authentic. Don't just like blast everybody, go down a hashtag and send a bunch of random DMs. Think about your 5 ideal clients that are in your market who you know could really benefit from your branding photography experience, and how you can be creating conversations and relationships with those people. 5 people. I challenge you, okay? You're going to reach out to 5 people. And this can be people you've already talked to 6 months ago or whatever. So I'm giving you like the end of the week, okay? Let me know if you reached out to 5 new people and how it went. And this isn't like, hey, book me for a shoot. It's just authentic, genuine conversations. And because you've done the brand visibility, you have content on your feeds, on your channel, things like that. When you go engage with them, they're going to come back to you. They're going to see who this is, what you're up to. You're going to have that visibility there for them to be able to connect with you and see what's going on. And in the midst of reaching out to those 5 people, continue to post content that acquires leads. We're talking about lead acquisition here. So continue to post content that is acquiring those leads. So yes, you're reaching out to those 5 people. Yes, you're boosting your visibility by going live or posting great content or reels, things like that. But how are you inviting them to take the conversation, to email, to DMs, to work with you? Create a strategy for that to make sure you are capturing those 5 people. I challenge you, take the 5 people, and maybe your goal is to get 1 or 2 of them to slide into those DMs, slide into your email to work with you. Okay, so like I said, we're talking about 3 drivers, 3 essentials in your business to propel your branding photography business forward. Number 1, we talked about brand visibility. Number 2, we talked about client acquisition. And number 3, we're going to talk about client retention, okay? Because as brand photographers, hello, the bonus is that we can work with the same clients over and over and over. We don't always have to be chasing new clients. I love working with the same clients over and over and over. So I want to make sure that in the next 3 to 6 months, as you're looking at how am I taking my business to the next level, you're looking at this third thing, which is client retention. So how do you retain clients? How do you build strong and lasting relationships with your clients so that they continue to come back to you? And not only client retention, but client loyalty, where they're telling all their friends about you because they want to work. They want your friends to work with you too. They're loyal to you. They want to work with you over and over, and they want their friends to work with you over and over as well. So how can you be building an amazing client experience to build strong and lasting relationships? And that just go beyond the photo shoot, that really strengthen that relationship, to have them say, I love working with you. I love you as a person. I love how you pour into my brand. I want to work with you in the next 6 months, 12 months, maybe even 4 months. And so thinking about how you can create those relationships. First thing you want to do is actually have a client experience. And this isn't just, oh, this person booked me for a photo shoot. Let me send them an invoice. I'm going to send them a planning guide. We're going to do the photo shoot. I'm going to deliver photos. Like, sure, those are tasks on a client workflow, but what is your client experience? How are you making them feel like they're your number one client? You love working with them. You want them to have a transformation by working with you. So being a resource, sharing all the resources that you have, taking things to the next level. And we're talking about next leveling here. So maybe your level before was, I'm going to do a shoot plan and send it to them over email and have them look over it. Maybe your next level, because we're talking about building your business, so booking more clients, maybe raising your prices. What is the next level? Maybe that is I'm gonna do a video loom or video screen share of me going through the shoot plan to send to them. You can do that over video. You can send them a Zoom link where they can go over it with you. What pieces of your client experience have you been doing for the past 2 to 3 years? And you're like, I want to boost my prices. I want to book more high-end clients. What other experiences can you add into your workflow that make it just so high value, high touch that you can like double your prices? That can be something. It can also be different pieces of value that you're adding into your deliverables. So maybe in addition to branding photos, maybe throughout the shoot, you pull out your phone and you take a couple of 15 to 30 second B-roll clips that they can use on social media. Like that is so, so valuable, especially because they're already dressed up, their hair and makeup is done, their props are out. I had a branding photo shoot last week, and we were, I was taking video clips in between, as she's setting up a certain area, or as she's walking from here to there, taking B-roll clips, and it's gonna be so valuable for her to use for Instagram Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts, things like that. So how can you be creating this added value in your client experience that makes people want to work with you over and over and over again? And how do you get your clients to refer you out? How do you get them talking about you? You want to make sure you get testimonials from your clients. You want to make sure that your clients, that you have some sort of referral system set up in your business. Maybe you're offering your client, a credit to a future branding photo shoot, or you're offering them extra value. Like I said, maybe video clips, or like a strategy call. What can you offer to your client to tell them, hey, I love working with you and I want to work with more amazing, incredible business owners like you. So I have this in my business where if you send me, another client, you'll get XYZ. So be thinking about how you can create client retention and client loyalty. These are 3 things that will just propel your branding photography business. So if any tip I can give you today to do this is to think about the past 3 to 6 months. If you've never thought about these 3 things in your business, think about the past 3 to 6 months and look at your brand visibility, your client acquisition, and your client retention and loyalty. Write those things down, look at your past 3 to 6 months, and see what you've already been doing in those 3 keys. See what you've been doing. You might say like, oh my gosh, I haven't been doing anything to create leads and conversations in my business. I've been lacking on the client, acquisition, or I don't even have a referral system set up for my clients. So there's no reason for them to be rushing to come back to me. So you might be lacking in the client retention. Or you can say, I haven't posted on Instagram in 6 months, or I haven't sent an email to my list, or I haven't hopped on stories and shown my face, or I haven't shown any behind the scenes of my last branding photo shoot. So you might be lacking in the brand visibility pillar there. So thinking about those 3 things in the past 3 to 6 months and writing down notes, just writing down what you haven't been doing, what you've been lacking. This is what we should be doing in every part of our business every quarter, is looking at the past quarter. What have we been doing? And then your next step is to take those key 3 things and look at the gaps and what you can be doing in the next 3 to 6 to 12 months to boost the brand visibility, the client acquisition, and the client retention and loyalty. Okay, so those are my tips for today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I love to just talk all things branding photography and taking your business to the next level. Hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon. Hey friend, thank you so much for tuning in to the Angie McPherson Show. I hope this episode ignited a fire within you, motivating you to take bold and inspired action. As a gift for listening, I've created a free download of my business toolkit featuring all the essential tools and apps I use to grow my business. Just head over to angiemcpherson.com/toolkit to get your copy. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing and leaving a rating or review wherever you're listening. And if you're feeling extra generous, sharing the podcast with a friend goes a long way, and I am truly grateful for your support. For any resources and links mentioned in today's episode, make sure to check out the show notes. Keep moving forward, friend, as each step takes you closer to your goals. I'll catch you next week for another episode.